ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. The Rockets really let one slip away, man. But they did it to themselves, man. They really did it to themselves. We're gonna get into it real quick, man. But go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Welcome back to the most incredible Rockets Propaganda Channel on the YouTube streams. I'm your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter or X at AK Infinity _ VVS. Now, let's go and get into it, man. First things first, we're gonna give some goods, some bads, and uglies and whatnot. So, first half was nice. You know what I'm saying? Rockets kind of came out the gate kind of hot. Rockets defense was looking very, very stout in that first quarter and most of the second quarter. And then towards the second half, not really towards before the second half, like the second part of the second quarter when the starters came back in, kind of looked like, you know, they kind of started resting on their laurels a little bit. We were up like 18. Hornets cut the lead down to 11 before the half. At the halftime, we were killing them on the boards. I forgot about how many exactly, but we were killing them on the boards. And you know what I'm saying, everything was looking good in that first half. But then if y'all caught the pregame and the halftime show, I was cautioning everybody like, hey, the Hornets is playing basketball too. Now they didn't come here to lose, they came here to win. Like, nobody's suiting up trying to lose the game. And you may think you got it in the bag, but if you think you got it in the bag, you better close the bag or tie it up, because that other person will reach in that bag and take whatever you thought you had. And that's exactly what the Hornets did. So, second half, come around, you know what I'm saying? Rockets start pretty good, looking like they, came out focused. And that's when it all kind of died down a little bit. There was a key adjustment that the Hornets made. Well, two key adjustments that the Hornets made. So they started converging on Alperen Sengun on the glass on every offensive rebound, because they were getting murdered on the glass in that first half, like I said. And when they started to sandwich Alperen Sengun on the glass, nobody else really picked up the slack. I would expect, Jabari and Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, grab some more rebounds when they was doing that, but that's not what happened. So that was one adjustment that happened. Then another adjustment that the Hornets made was Grant Williams. When they switched Grant Williams onto Sengun, it gave him problems on both ends. On one end, on defense, Alperen Sengun had to chase Grant Williams around at the three-point line and all the way on the perimeter and whatnot. Then on the other end, Grant Williams is a lot like PJ Tucker. Like he's really stout, really, how can I say, really built from the waist down, no diddy, strong lower body strength, and Alpy couldn't really just back him down and bully him in that second half like he was doing on Nick Richards. And Nick Richards even, played a lot more physical in that second half as well. But Grant Williams was really the one that kind of turned the tide and, had the Rockets, trying to go to plan B, because Alperen Sengun wasn't able to, get off on him. Because Alpy had 19 points in that first half. I think he had 19 and 19 points, I think like 11 rebounds in the first half, 12 rebounds in the first half. And I'm thinking he's going to go for, 40 and 20, on opening night, which would have been awesome for the agenda. But like I said, man, the Hornets didn't come out here to lose. They came out here to win too. They suit up one pant leg at a time like everybody else. They tie their shoes the same way everybody else do. I think people kind of saw that Hornets logo and was getting happy, like, yeah, we gotta win. Oh, you don't. It's the NBA. Don't do that. Another thing in the first half that I kind of didn't like, throughout the game that I kind of didn't like, Jalen got hot in the first half from 3, went to the bench, and came back like late first quarter, early second quarter, something like that. He came back in. I guess he thought he was still as hot as he was in the first quarter. And he started jacking. He just started jacking from threes. He took a total of 15 threes in this game and missed 10 of them. Outside of the jacking from three, I thought he had a solid game for him. You know, we'll go over the stats later, but he got to reduce the amount of threes he was making, unless he like butt naked wide open, off a kick out. All right, go ahead and shoot that thing. But just all them pull up threes that he was shooting, I think that kind of took us out of some offensive rhythm as well. And then Fred was struggling. He was straggling up until like the end of the game when it was winning time. He was struggling. Jabari too. Yeah, like I said before, man, there's something to look out for with Jabari. Y'all know I'm a Jabari stan. I cut for Jabari big time. Cut for his defense, his shooting, and all that. But I think his shooting is going to be a little bit off because of his new strength this season. So just keep an eye out for that. Dillon Brooks too didn't do himself no favors. Yeah, he was really the primary defender on LaMelo. LaMelo didn't care. LaMelo had a game that reminded everybody who he really is. LaMelo was that dude, and I think people they're gonna start to remember shortly but surely, or slowly but surely. Rockets defense looked really good in that first half for the most part, and then it just went to the toilet in the second half. Hornets scored 61 points in the second half. That's nuts. They scored 61. We scored 60 in the first half. They scored 61 in the second half, and we lost by 5. What a turn of events! What a turn of events, man. We didn't. As a matter of fact, once another kind of key adjustment that they made on in this game. Speaking of the Hornets, yeah, they shut that pick and roll down with Sengun. They shut that thing all the way down. I say nope. Find something else. Dillon couldn't do nothing. Amen Thompson had a nice first half. Didn't do anything in the second half. Yeah, it was a mixed bag of a game, man. We should have won this game. We should have won this game, but this is what it is, man. Let's go on and run through the stats real quick, man. So, Jabari, 8 points, 5 rebounds, a block. He had a really nice block on Nick Richards, and then Nick Richards was like, "Oh, I forgot, I'm like 50 pounds bigger than you." So he went right back up and smashed that thing. Dillon Brooks, 2 points, 3 rebounds. One thing about Dillon Brooks that kind of annoys me is he doesn't rebound. As physical as a player as he is, he doesn't rebound very much, man. I would expect him to get at least 5 rebounds a game. As physical as he is, you would expect him to average like 6-7 rebounds a game. He doesn't. He don't box out. He don't go for rebounds. He don't really be getting a lot of offensive rebounds. He had 1 offensive rebound this game, but still. And Jabari too with 5 rebounds. Man, when they converging on Sengun on the glass, man, you supposed to pick up more than 5 rebounds. At your size and athleticism, you got to give me 9-10 rebounds in a game like this. Alperen Sengun did Alperen Sengun things. 25 points. Had 3 turnovers, but he had a block, 4 steals, 5 assists, 18 rebounds. He was 2 for 3 from 3-point land. Went to the free throw line 4 times, knocked down 3 of them. He did have like 1 key turnover at the end of the game. He was, I think he was trying to attack Trey Mann, barreling down the paint, and he went behind the back on the dribble and lost the dribble. Grant Williams dove to the ground, called timeout, kind of sealed the game. If we'd have scored right there, we'd have been right there, because we was gaining momentum. And Jalen Green just hit had a couple of big baskets. He had an and 1 in the paint, and he hit a midi. Fred VanVleet, 14 points. 2 assists, 2 steals, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Yeah, the numbers look good in the end, but if you watch the game, Fred did nothing until the last 5 minutes. That's when he started making shots. We need better from Fred, honestly. We do need better from Fred. Jalen Green, 28 points, No steals, no blocks, no turnovers though. No assists, only 2 rebounds. Got to the line 5 times. Like I said, he was 5 for 15 from 3, which, bruh, a lot of them was just too many heat check threes for me, for my taste. 9 of 23 overall. Shooting 39%. I'm not really too much worried about his overall efficiency, his scoring efficiency and all that. I think that'll come up, man. You can tell that this is something different. Like Jalen is he's fine. He's gonna be what we thought he was gonna be. He's gonna be all right. Efficiency is gonna go up and down from time to time, especially as a guard. But he's gonna learn to take better shots. Well, I wouldn't say just better shots. He'll learn when to take certain shots. Yeah, I guess that is better shots. The bench. I thought the bench was solid in that first half, and in the second half, they totally disappeared. Tari Eason doesn't look like himself right now. Tari Eason look like he's still trying to find his legs and get his win back up. 2 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in 13 minutes. We used to Tari getting, you know what I'm saying, 13 minutes. Tari get 8 rebounds. But again, he's still trying to find his way back. He'll be all right. Amen Thompson, 13 points, a block, 4 rebounds, 2 for 4 from free throw line, 1 for 2 from 3. He did hit a nice wide open 3. Amen Thompson's gonna make our defense team, either first or second team. He's gonna be on that team. Like, he looked like that, and eventually he may be one of them guys, one of them perimeter guys that wins all defense, that wins defensive player of the year. Like he looking like that. He looking like one of them. Ken Whitmore, 4 points. He only played 8 minutes, but yeah, that was it. Just 4 points. 0 for 1 from 3, 2 for 4. Had a nice cut to the basket. LP found him for a nice little dunk. Jock Landale, 5 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, hit a 3 from the field overall. Jock had a solid game. I think this is one of them games where we probably did miss Steven Adams. He really could have helped us on the glass. I'll get to the total overall rebounds versus the Hornets. Reed Sheppard had an okay game. Nothing to write home about. He had 4 points, had 3 turnovers, had a block, no steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 for 5 overall. He only took 1 3, didn't make it. He looked all right. I couldn't really complain too much about Reed. He only played 16 minutes anyway. But where we lost this game, I believe, is these 2 things, man. One is the rebounds, man. 56 rebounds to 43. So we lost the rebound battle by 13. Y'all know my feelings about rebounds, man. You got to rebound the ball. You got to rebound the ball. You got to rebound the ball. You got to grab every miss you see. Well, obviously, it's the NBA. You ain't going to grab every miss you see, but God, dog, you can't be getting clobbered on the glass like that. And you got to remember, Brandon Miller went down, I think like second quarter or so. Yeah, Brandon Miller went down. They already down Mark Williams. Josh Green isn't playing. This, and they on the road, season opener. You would expect Rockets to come out with a lot more energy in a game like this. Man, we really shot 36%, 37% from the field. 38 of 103. So we really we put up 103 shots and only made 38 of them. And that was really because of them offensive rebounds, but the offensive rebounds mostly came in the first half. Because of the second half, Charlotte said they had enough of that. The coach that they got over there, man, forget his name. The coach that they got over there, he's going to be a good one. Charlotte is a team, they're a little super team out there in the East, man. I don't think they're going to win a title or nothing. But they going to probably be in the playoffs, man. They're going to upset somebody. They're going to overtake somebody in the seeding from last year. And they're going to be in the playoffs. Charlotte is not a slouch, man. They got talent on that team, man. They got, like I said, I mentioned Grant Williams earlier, man. A very solid role player. Very, very solid role player. Nick Richards is not a bad backup center at all. He can start on some teams even. Miles Bridges, when he's keeping his hands to himself, gotta remember Miles Bridges is a former All-Star. The man was an All-Star at one point. So is LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is one of the best point guards in the league when he's healthy. Cody Martin, Caleb Martin's twin brother. Cody Martin ain't no slouch. He's a solid player, very solid player. and then come off the bench with Trey Mann. Seth Curry had an impact this game too with his floor spacing. They not a bad team. Then they got another little young guy who I kind of like, the long kid, the French kid. He kind of nice. The Hornets are kind of good, man. Like, we got to remember last season when we played Orlando that first game, nobody thought Orlando was, going to be nothing. They just thought we was just going to be sorry. And they ended up being one of the best teams in the East. Well, I wouldn't say one of the best. Well, they was a playoff team, so it was one of the best teams in the East. There's no excuse for this loss, man. I don't care if Steven Adams didn't play that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I don't care that Tari Eason is still trying to get his legs up on them. I don't care. I don't care. We should have played better, man. It's just the bottom line. So when you get beat, you get beat. There ain't gotta be an excuse. Somebody was better than you this night. They was better than you. Point blank. Period. Shake their hand. Move on to the next game. We're gonna be back again on Friday. I know some of y'all that's gonna watch this saw the pregame that I had with the Rockets round robin guys. Sometimes it's gonna be me hosting, sometimes it's gonna be somebody else hosting, but we'll keep everybody posted on that on X. Follow me on X, man, and you'll see who's gonna get who's gonna be doing the pregame and the halftime. So I can't promise every time that there's gonna be a pregame and a halftime or one or the other. But we're gonna try to do it as much as often. I think we got a pretty good reception from that tonight. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, man, follow me on Twitter at AKinfinity_VVS. This is the incredible Rockets Propaganda Channel. Man, I wish the Rockets got a dub for us, but we'll be back again on Friday. Like the video, leave a comment. Subscribe to the content. If you're still watching at this point, you like the content. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that sub button. Leave a comment for me down below. Let me know what you thought about this game. What did you think we should have done differently? What could we have done better? What were we better at than you thought of? Who was the player of the game for you? Who you thought surprised you the most? Leave me your thoughts on the game, whatever they are, good, bad, and ugly. It's all good. We out.